Solder brass instruments. You may find yourself a stranger to musical instruments when you do not have any idea how to play them. However, you can repair them even if you are not familiar with them. Repairing musical instruments are quite simple if you can follow instructions well. Knowing how to do so will save you a lot of trips and dollars going to a professional shop for repair. There have been a lot of times when musicians encounter problems with their instruments when they have to play it. What they ignore is the fact that they can fix the simple jam on their own. If it is just a simple repair needed and you have the right tools and equipment, you can do a simple brass instrument soldering yourself. When it comes to soldering brass instruments, there are two types. First is the joint soldering. This is done when the instrument has gone through rough handling with marching and traveling. The second type is the soldering of the braces, the finger rings, and the lyre holders that had been removed. These are the kinds of repairs that you can do even without much knowledge about the instrument. Clean. Using an Emory cloth, you can first clean the parts that will be soldered. Make sure that you are able to wipe the dusts and debris using a soft and clean cloth. Apply flux. Using a tiny stiff-bristled wire brush, you may start applying flux to the parts that will be soldered. In any case where you will solder two tubes together, just join them. When you have to join one brass piece to another brass piece, put the piece you will be soldering in place. Secure it using one metal clamp. Heat. Start heating the pieces that will be soldered with a propane torch. Just do this until you see the solder flowing into the particular space between both pieces. Take note that brasses melt when the temperature is very high. See to it that you do not get to melt your brass with your torch. When you see the solder starting to melt, take it away or remove it in order to prevent it from getting excess solder. Removing it will also prevent it from running out of its joint. Cool it. Just let that area cool completely. If you see excess flux, wash it off using a dishwashing agent and cold water. Remember to take caution since you are dealing with heat. Do not put the flame into the solder directly. If you think the metal is already hot enough, touch the area of your solder that is coated with flux and you will see it flowing into that space. When working, you must make sure that the room is well ventilated and that the solder you are using does not contain lead. Consider asking the staff of the store where you bought the instrument about it. Ask for probable jams in the instrument and ask for simple repairing tips. This way, you would not have to wait for the shop to repair it.